The video you're about to watch is not for sensitive viewers. If you watch the video, even though you've been warned, and you go to the comments to say how disgusted you are, then number one, you don't understand much about how nature works. Number two, you're because I'm telling you right now, it's a part of nature and it's hard to watch. So I would ask you to go watch something else if you don't understand the way nature works. When I say nature, every species, even us humans, unfortunately, have been known to sometimes tussle when it comes to ladies. It's not pretty, but it happens. Okay, with that being said, I bring you Chuck versus Tex. And I will say this, everyone's fine. At the end of the day, no matter how brutal the fight may look, at the end of the day, everything's been established and the bulls are fine. So I'm noticing that Chuck has refused to yield, even though he's been put into his place a couple of times. Now guys, before you get yourselves worked up, just know this is normal animal behavior. You can see it happen in nature with elk and deer and all kinds of animals in nature. There's always going to be a little bit of a push for a pecking order. What we have to hope is that no one gets hurt. You don't want to have an injury, and that's what you worry about the most. I do see that there is some blood showing. I do think it might be around the horn on Tex, but I'm not certain. You really can't get yourself out there in all of that mess. I don't see where the blood's coming from, but I do see some blood. I wish that Chuck would just go ahead and just be sweet, because like I said, my biggest worry over here is someone gets an eye put out. Guys, that would be a horrible, horrible thing. There's not a lot you can do to see how close the horn is to the eye, and that worries me the most. These bulls are built very different, whereas Tex, his horns are out wide, Chuck's are in close, and that puts Tex at a very vulnerable position with his eyes. Tex is driving Chuck. You see that Tex has the strength to drive Chuck. We already saw what Chuck did to poor Roman, and we just don't want to see that same thing happen to an animal like Tex, who we can't take care of and treat. I know a lot of people are going to wish that we would just find somewhere else for Chuck to go, and don't think that we haven't talked about other options, but you already know that Jeff and Justin, neither one were willing to take him back. As much as they love him, they were unwilling, and their wives said absolutely not. And so there's not a whole lot of options for a bull like Chuck. So before you scream and holler, before you get mad and start yelling, you have to ask yourself that if he, for some reason, can't stay here, and we can't find someone who's going to feed a guy who requires as much food as he does, then the only other option for an animal like Chuck, who is in fact a rescue, he was a surrendered because he was not able to stay where he lived before, then this is something that we may have to go through every once in a while. But normally this doesn't take that long. And like I said, you may not like to see it, but you're watching yourself. There you go. Careful! shit fire. Okay. Guys, friends, please join me in saying we don't like it, but we know it's nature. Okay? We don't like it, but we know it's a part of nature. We're happy that no one is seriously hurt. Tex, I think he gets the point. We don't want to see Chuck hurt. We don't want to see Tex hurt.
Is there no one else?
Tex is our victor.
Is there no one else?
Chuck is still our friend. Now he has a hurt back leg, gosh darn it. Chuck, walk away or hobble away. All right, guys, everything's fine. Oh, now I feel bad for Chucky, guys. Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. Guys, I've told you, we'll show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. And if you have a better option, if you think that you have a better option of a better home for Chuck, then you're welcome to say what and where. You're welcome to. You're welcome to tell us where you think he would be best fit for a forever home. But once this scuffle is over, then it'll be over. And he'll learn his place, his pecking order in the herd, and he'll be fine, okay? At this point, Tex is gonna walk back to the ladies, and Chuck will leave him be. I don't apologize for nature. I apologize to the sensitive viewers who watch this even though you were warned not to. That's on you. All right, I've walked over to the horse stable to get a couple of muffins to offer to Chuck. Guys, don't forget that when we had Chuck up in the front pasture, he had proven his dominance over Jolly, and he scared Jolly away from the ladies. And then we kept him up there for a week and a half or so, and now we decided to move him out back, not knowing for sure what would happen with Tex. Please don't forget that last year, Waylon was able to beat Tex and claim the herd as his own. Hey, bud, it's okay. I got you some muffins because I care about you, okay? My dilemma here is I want this bull to have the best life, okay? I want this bull to have the best life possible. And you don't always know if you're giving him the best life when he has to get out into a pasture and get run around. Or don't scratch your nose on that barbed wire. But injury-wise, I think that he looks fine. I do think the blood is coming off of Tex. Can I look behind your horn? I just want to look at your horn real fast, okay? His horns are fine. There is blood for sure over here. That would have come off of Tex. I hope that Tex is okay. It looked like, to me, there is a couple of scratches over on this side over here where Tex got them. But I want to see his leg. I've already sent a message to Jeff and told him about what happened and sent him the video. So this over here is the place where he got stuck and gouged. So we're going to keep an eye on that leg over there. And then I'll have to get down and see what's going on with Tex. But he's standing fine, guys. He's fine. So for those who love Chuck, we all love Chuck, but he's fine, okay? And yeah, I tell you, the same thing I told Jeff. We were texting back and forth, and I says my biggest concern is that, you know, you want to do right by your animals, and you want to make sure that they all have the best life possible. And I'll say this again, and you hear me when I say this. If you think that you know, don't think that you think, but if you think that you know of a place where a steer like Chuck could go to where he would never have to get into a scuffle ever again. Ever again. He'd never have to be in a scuffle. And he could go somewhere where he would never accidentally injure a human the way he's injured 2 people already. And he would never be at fear of going to slaughter. Then by all means, you're welcome to let me know. But if I move him to Plum Grove, number one, I would not see him every day. And he would also be at fear of every time that river comes up, he would end up being washed away and drowned the way so many other animals have in previous floods. So Plum Grove, the pastures of Plum Grove, are really out of the question. Moving him to Longhorn Lester's. Okay, it's a possibility for a temporary move, but when the horses come back in the summer, we know that he cannot be in pasture with horses. You know that because he's injured Roman, and he also put a horn into Stormy. So guys, it's easy to be mean to Lester. It's easy to be mean, but it's a lot harder to take something that's real, a real problem, and find a solution. If you really have an idea, then I would love to hear it. But let's not forget what happened when he lived in Pennsylvania. They thought they'd found him a good home, and ended up to where one of his friends got slaughtered, and he was next in line. He was saved at the last minute. Justin reached out to me. I did not reach out to Justin. Justin reached out to me asking, could I help? I told him what I had available, and he's here now. He's had a beautiful year. He's gotten himself nice and fat and healthy, and he's made friends, and he's been loved. And those who have followed his journey have been able to see him on just about every video that we put out. And hey, and I'm going to say something to you. It has not been easy trying to go and battle against my wife, because I promise you, you think that she wants him around her horses? No. You think that she wants him anywhere around the pastures of Longhorn Lester's? The answer is no. So I've gone to battle for him over and over and over. I have battled for this little guy, and I love him, but I don't know what else to do. So, just letting you know. All right? Thank y'all for watching, even though I know that was not easy for you. But you can see for yourself, Chuck is fine. A couple of battle wounds, but what soldier has not gone to battle and doesn't have scars to tell about it? Okay? Thank y'all for watching. We love you so much, and we will absolutely keep an eye on his back leg.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.